Hey guys, this is your boy Brandon Ramdeen taking over Was You Seen, and I am here to talk to you about Annabelle creation, and we are gonna be scared.
Hey, you not taking over nothing, girl.
Yo,
girl.
yo.
All people here to talk. You're not gonna take over nothing and we talk about Annabelle creation. We have no time for that. Anyway, sorry guys, that was just my cameraman trying to play big and whatnot. But yes, I am here guys, Was You Seen people. This is Matthew and this is another episode of Was You Seen. And today I'll be talking about an action movie that was shot down here, yes, down here, back in 1996. It was directed by Rick Moxley. It starred G. Anthony Joseph and Tricia Kelshall. Of course, I'm talking about Men of Grade 2, Flight of the Ibis. Now, believe it or not, guys, I actually remember when this movie came out back in 96 because, like I said in my last review, I old and I know these things. And
Yeah, you're old,
and
sure.
I'm old and hush your mouth. Go back and do what you was doing. But yes, guys, I actually remember when this movie came out. I didn't see it in cinema though. I don't know why. Maybe I was just too young and I just was more concerned about the big summer blockbusters. But I do remember when this movie was out. I remember the ads being on TV. I remember this one radio ad that was hyping up the film as well too. And from what I saw, it looked like it was a pretty decent film. It looked like it was something different, something new to me. Because I've never seen an action movie done down here. And in terms of the first film, which was a TV movie actually, it showed on Channel 213, TTT. I did not even see that movie at the time because, I was just way too young at that time. But I did see both films on TV about some odd years ago. And I remember liking Men of Grade 2 very much actually. That and the first film as well. But that was just a long time ago. So, when I heard that Men of Grade 2, Flight to the Ibis was getting this online movie release, I was like, okay, let me check this out again. Let me see this thing with new eyes now. Yes, new eyes. And see if this film really holds up, if it's still as entertaining as I felt it was when I saw it some odd years ago. Essentially, the story is about a sergeant by the name of Joe Cameron, who is played by G. Anthony Joseph. And here he is the member, or I should say the leader of this task force called the Ibis Squad. And at the same time, this American prisoner by the name of Jack Russo, he is freed one day, and his plan basically is to seek revenge on Mr. Cameron. So during this function where Joe is being honored, Jack and his goons basically show up and they start to shoot up the place. And by the way, this is probably one of the most memorable scenes of this movie. I actually love this sequence. I love the way how it's edited. I love the way how it's shot. I even love the music as well because they actually use the national anthem. And they just really make it look very dramatic and powerful. I really love this scene. So in the process of this shootout, Joe's wife and son are shot. Joe's wife unfortunately doesn't make it, but his son is in a coma. And for some odd reason, Joe is framed for these shootings and of course for the murder of his wife. He is on a run, and the only three people who could assist him at this moment are two of his teammates by the name of Jason and Kelly. Kelly in this case is played by Tricia Kelshall, and this nosy newspaper reporter who is played by Michael Cherry. So if you guys grew up on like 80s and 90s action movies that starred Sylvester Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Wesley Snipes, Steven Seagal, those folks, even Arnold Schwarzenegger, how can I forget Arnold Schwarzenegger? And this movie here, Flight to the Ibis, pretty much fits within that mold. This is pretty much a cheesy 90s action movie. And for the most part, it's very, very entertaining. The one thing about this show is that you have to go in knowing what to expect. This is not some kind of, existential film that teaches you about life and whatnot. No. It's about a guy who is framed for a murder that he didn't commit. He knows martial arts because, of course, he knows martial arts. So every time anybody's coming to arrest him or kill him or whatever, he uses martial arts on them as opposed to using a gun. And I find that admirable. I like when action heroes do that, where, they actually use their fists and their feet as opposed to using a gun, which is fairly simple. Now, do you need to be knowledgeable of the first movie to enjoy this one? No, not really. And, I barely remember the first film. I know I saw it, but I barely remember it. But I didn't need the knowledge of the first film to guide me into understanding what's going on. And the mere fact that the Port of Spain police force was willing to assist these guys, these filmmakers, if you will, in making this film come true is amazing to me, There are many scenes where you see, policemen, whether they're on horseback, whether they're on motorbikes or police cars or even in helicopters as well. They are prevalent throughout this entire film. Which kind of brings me to a main issue that I had with this movie though. So there are lots of moments where characters kind of talk and sound as if they come from some kind of TV show. And you can kind of forgive that because Men of Grey started off as this TV movie as well. But still, kind of looking at it now, it kind of makes it a little cheesy at times, a little corny at times in terms of the delivery. But I was willing to let that slide because of the genre of the film itself. Because it's not taking itself too seriously. Of course, you're gonna get, your little one-liners and stuff like that. But just with the delivery, I felt it could have felt a little bit more natural to me instead of this sort of, copy and pasting from TV shows and movies and whatnot. I felt that the pacing was kind of off at times. This movie roughly clocks in at about 2 hours, and I felt that roughly 10 minutes of this movie could have been taken out. There were lots of moments of just characters trying to investigate stuff and things, but I felt that we could have just shortened those scenes down and really gotten to the beat of the story, really gotten to the action. But for what it's worth, guys, Men of Grey 2: Flight of the Ibis is exactly what it is. It's your standard basic action movie. It's kind of cheesy, but it's overall fun. It's entertaining as hell, in my opinion. And just the mere fact that something like this was made down here it's just inspirational. It just shows me that we don't have to rely on just dramas and art films to sell the fact that, hey, we make movies out here in Trinidad and Tobago. We can actually make some entertaining movies as well too. Genre films, if you will. It's just a matter of how we make these films, and you can tell that with this movie here they put a lot of effort into it, even though there are moments where it does feel kind of cheesy and does feel like it's something out of a TV show. It's still an entertaining movie, and what more can you ask for? So for me, from a retrospective perspective, I would give this movie a strong 3 out of 5 stars. If you guys get the chance to see this movie, by all means give it a look. You will have fun with it. You will enjoy it for what it is, but you have to go in knowing that yes, this is an action movie. If you know your action tropes, then you're gonna get the majority of those. And just don't go in expecting too much, and you're gonna have a blast with this one. On the subject of that, I believe we're supposed to be getting a part 3 in the Men of Grey series. And I, for one, can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see how they take the formula of both the first and second films and adapt it here in this modern times. I can't wait to see that. I think that Men of Grey 2 is a film in particular that should not be ignored. I think this is one that more people should be exposed to, and that's pretty much all I have to say about that. So Men of Grey 2, Flight of the Ibis, gets a 3 out of 5. Go see it if you can, check it out, and once again, feel free to let me know what you thought about it. Of course, feel free to like and share this video and subscribe to this channel. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So once again, guys, this is Matthew, like a wise man once told me.
Gentlemen, make history.